Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Subject Matter. I'm your host, Stephen Jenkins, here with your co-host, Mr. Jonathan Dayton, and junior host, Addie Dayton. We're experts in nothing, here to give you our thoughts and opinions on all of it. No, our studio hasn't been downgraded. We actually upgraded, but it's not completely finished yet with some lighting, and so we're just shooting this. All one angle, that's all you're getting for tonight. The audio, I don't think it's actually going to sound terrible. I think it might sound better without that table clanging around. But, yeah, so hopefully next week we'll have everything completely updated and you'll get to see our new and improved. We're looking at it now. You can't see it, but we're looking at it now.
It's very nice.
We're pretty satisfied with it.
It's 100 times better than it was
before. 1,000,000% better.
Yes.
So, yeah. And, I don't know how the camera, our tripod likes to lean down. Last week's episode started with it up and we were perfectly in frame, and by the end your head was entirely cut off. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen tonight, hopefully autofocus doesn't pick up this instead of her face. That's what I set it on, so I hope that's not the case. But we're working. We're making do with what we got for tonight. Like I said, next week she'll be up and running fully. With all that being said, we've been so busy getting the studio together, we have no idea necessarily what we're really going to talk about tonight. So 2 seconds ago, I proposed the idea of
crossing our legs now.
I can just control that. And we just... Well, darn you. So...
Anyways.
We
have no topic.
We have no specific topic. So I was thinking we could play, just to get some content out there, a quick... Tell a story, come up with 3 different... true story. Come up with 3 different endings to the story and make people guess which one is the real story. I haven't even thought of the story I'm going to tell yet. So... You guys can think about one. Do you have any other ideas?
One of us has to start.
No, I'm going to, as I'm stalling, I'm thinking of one.
So we're thinking of a story that happened, but it has 3 different plausible endings, and only one of them is true.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Right.
Twice.
Well, I had to wrap my head around it again, because he often puts me on the spot, and I can't think of things that
That's correct.
happened that could make a good story.
Wow, you have so much in life.
I do have a lot going on in life, and I've done a lot in life, but just thinking of a story that that the audience would think is interesting, and then come up with 3 different endings, or 2.
I feel like if they're interested in the concept at all,
if they're here, they're here.
They're here. While we stall, we had a scare. Right before we started.
This is a good story.
So, because we're filming in the basement of an old church building, and nobody's supposed to know we're here, and nobody's supposed to know anything about other than some of our family members and whatnot. And we just heard the door open, and so Jonathan and I, being the martial artists that we are, just got defensive positions ready, and it was my mom.
I stayed here.
So my mom's off screen. She's not going to be on the episode tonight because we'll have... No, it's still recording.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. So many distractions.
There's a lot of things going on in the studio right now.
We'll be getting her and Jonathan's mom on the podcast at some point once it's all done up and nice and looks cool. But, all right, story. Let's go.
One of us is going to get smacked sitting this close, but go ahead.
Yeah, this is about the distance we're going to be. We have new chairs now, so...
It's just fine. Me and you just talk with our hands a lot.
That's right. That's all right. We can just...
Yeah, black eye.
Jonathan, you have a story?
Do I have okay, this is a personal story, but I think it's a good story.
All right.
Maybe we should have to guess the ending if you can't come up with 3 endings before you even say it. No, just keep going if you already
know
this.
I have a story.
All right.
Okay.
The endings aren't that drastic, but I think it's kind of interesting, and I'll make the ending interesting.
You go for it. I don't.
Okay.
He's fibbing a little.
No, this is a true story. I'll start completely true, and except for the ending. So if you didn't know, I'm adopted, right? And so I think everyone knows that I was adopted.
Once his mom's on here, we'll all know.
So I was adopted when I was 4 months. This is all true. I was adopted from South Korea. I flew from South Korea to Japan, over to California, and got my legal name for the United States. Became an American citizen. Flew to Dulles International, which is in D.C., Baltimore area. Was picked up by my parents. Now here's the story the endings are going to change a little bit. So I was brought over with nannies from South Korea that spoke no English whatsoever, right? They only spoke South Korean, and my family had to communicate with them, trying to get a little bit of information about like who I was. They just like handed me to my parents now, and there's like no information exchanged. However, as a thoughtful, kind gesture, we gave them, or my parents gave them, gifts before they flew back over, because they don't live in America, so something from America would be cool for them to take over to South Korea. Okay. And so here's the 3 possible endings of what we gave them.
Wait, pause. They actually did give them something?
Yes.
How do I not know this? It wasn't in the video.
I don't know. I guess it wasn't video worthy. My aunt actually is the one that facilitated this exchange.
Oh, okay,
I would like to clarify what video.
They have
my
an
adoption
adoption
video.
video.
Oh, okay.
It's so precious.
So one of the items that they gave the
options.
nannies.
These are the options you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Was they really wanted chips. And they especially wanted Lay's potato chips because they don't have them here. The other thing was it's in Maryland, and so something that's very home to Maryland is Old Bay. We have crab chips, right? And so it was Lay's potato chips, and then crab chips were not made by Lay's. Gave them in a care package and small bags, because the big bags it didn't fit, they crumble up. So small bags in a bag, gave them to them for the carry-on to fly back over to South Korea. Option 1.
Okay.
Second option was they really wanted Hershey's chocolate bars. We're close to Hershey, Pennsylvania, where the chocolate's made. They really wanted Hershey's chocolate. They don't have Hershey's chocolate over in South Korea, so they gave them Hershey's chocolate bars, full-size candy bars, standard ones you break up for s'mores, etc. Gave them several of the bars to take back to South Korea as a kind gesture. Option 2.
Okay.
The third option...
He's trying not to change his facial expressions.
Maybe a little bit.
All right.
The third option wasn't food. They wanted American DVDs. Their videos over there are, of course, in their language, and they wanted some American movies that were actually in English but had subtitles that they could change to South Korean on their technology. So they wanted several different DVDs of famous movies. I was too young. I don't know what movies were famous back in 1998, but whatever it was, I heard it was like 3 or 4 of them, easily packageable, gave them in a gift, wrapped it in a box and a bow, gave it to them, and they flew back to South Korea, and they were very happy. And then again, there's 2 nannies. They both got the same exact thing.
Okay.
What did they receive?
So should we guess together, or do you think we should go separate?
Oh, separate. I want to win.
Okay. I didn't know we were playing. I didn't know we were playing to win. I thought we were just.
So we're playing to win.
Okay.
Whoever wins gets soup.
All right. So do you have a guess, or do you
Chocolate is my guess.
Chocolate is your guess. Okay.
He says chocolate.
So
Don't guess chocolate.
I might guess
You could
chocolate.
guess chocolate if
you
I
want
guess
to.
chocolate. I might. We can try. So my thought process on this, and you can list
Thought
your thought
process.
process.
I had a thought process too, actually. That's
all
why I
right.
chose chocolate.
Then go ahead and.
No, I'm not going to tell you till you pick.
All
so
right,
you don't
I will
steal
tell you my thought process.
Okay.
I haven't chosen one specifically. I will say that I would. The fact that there's 2 food-related ones, and then 1 non-food related one.
Yes,
I
true.
would have just thought that food would make sense because they want to try American food.
Okay.
However, the fact that I could see if he's trying to come up with 2 different answers, it's possible that that he just like thought, all right, food
Very true.
for the 2 fake ones, and then the DVDs was the real one. I'm guessing that even though Old Bay is big in Maryland, I'm just thinking he kind of just came up with that as an added descriptor. So I don't think they gave him chips.
Okay.
So it's got to be either the DVDs or the chocolate. And simply in the interest, because I feel like either of them are plausible, I'm going to, simply in the interest, I think you're probably right with the chocolate, but I'm going to go with the DVDs just in case I can get a point ahead. So that's my reasoning.
Making chocolate, but you want to get the point if it's not chocolate.
Right.
Okay. The answer is chocolate.
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 Yep.
Yes, we gave them Hershey bars. Well, I didn't give them Hershey bars. My aunt, which is my mom's sister, she has two sisters, gave them chocolate. And apparently that exchange of conversation was very funny at the same time because there was English and South. They couldn't communicate.
Right.
But we gave them lots of chocolate, apparently, Hershey
Okay.
bars. And they were
Do you
very
know why I
happy.
guessed chocolate?
Why did you guess chocolate?
Because our first date was a gotcha day party, and I got that chocolate wrapped candy bar, and every gotcha day you just wrap chocolate bars. I don't know if that's
Side
anything to do
note,
with it.
so when
Alright.
you're adopted, you have a gotcha day.
don't know.
In addition to your birthday, so it's like 2 special days, right? For me, it was 2 presents growing up. It still is 2 presents. Doesn't matter how old I get. It's fantastic. But every gotcha day, Addie is right. We do give chocolate bars with like a new wrapper with gotcha day on it. I don't honestly think there was any relation to that story that I just told and chocolate
But
for
it helped me
gotcha
get
day.
a point.
Ars she's right. We do always give out Hershey
It's
bars.
subconscious,
at gotcha
or
day.
maybe
So
your parents
maybe,
did that and you
maybe
didn't
they
know
did
about it.
start that tradition.
Because you were like not even like hearable. Or not hearable. Anyway, keep going.
Cool. All right, so you got 1 point.
Curable.
All right, I have a story. Do you have a story? You want to go next, or you want me to go next?
I do have a story.
You want to go next?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you guys know this story, but you might not know the ending because you weren't there for it. And then I can say it now because it's not a secret anymore.
And let's say for the record, if both of us get it wrong, then you also get a point. Like, so if the person telling the story, if nobody guesses the correct answer, then they get the point.
Okay. So, my brother comes to my house all the time. Let's start with my brother is an adult age, right? Is my
True.
brother
I
an
don't
adult?
think we know any of this.
I don't think you know what I did first in this scenario.
Okay.
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 So, I'm getting ready for the day. My brother's taking a nap. And next thing you know, I hear him scream. My door open up. And the fire alarm go off.
Yes,
You know where
I
the
have heard
story
this
started.
story.
Okay.
So I guess it's
So,
a detail specifically.
My brother nicely caught our windowsill on fire and all the things under it. Like, full on
Nicely.
fire. Okay?
The blind. Clarify.
What
The
do you mean by
curtain,
nicely?
The curtain.
Like he was
Nicely.
polite about it, or do you mean that it was well caught on fire?
It was well caught on fire.
Okay.
It wasn't just like a little tiny match. He exploded hand sanitizer. So it was like full on fire, okay?
Don't play with fire, kids, or
So-
be a teenage boy.
I have 3 options of what I did first. Call Jonathan and explain to him the situation.
I was called. I don't know if it was first, but I was called.
I'm glad you're giving him fair game.
I am,
That's
okay.
nice. Did I take everything that was still on fire and put it outside with the rest of the stuff my brother pitched in the yard? Or did I get the fire extinguisher? Those are the 3 options of what could
So
have
call
happened.
Jonathan, throw everything out the window,
Out the door,
or-
but yeah.
the door. Okay. Or
The
fire
window's melted
extinguisher.
shut. You can never get out it now.
Okay.
Or fire extinguisher. Those are the
Alright.
3 options.
I'll do my thought process first, so it's only fair to you, since I don't know the answer, but I think I know more. of
You
the
know your
details.
wife well, I would say.
So
It
she
changes
did call
daily.
me.
Okay.
She did call me about the scenario. I was, needless to say, a little bit mad, right? That my house almost burned down, and it could have been prevented, but a teenage boy decided to put hand sanitizer in an indoor fire pit with a lighter by a flammable curtain next to a window in my living room for no good reason.
A lot was learned that day, okay?
I also know that Colby threw all of the stuff outside immediately, not wanting to catch the
The
house
rest of-
on fire.
That was smart for a teenage
But
boy
I
who
don't
just
know
caught
if
the house
Addie
on fire.
grabbed the remnants of whatever was left and threw that outside, because I don't know what else was there, because when I got home, it was cleaned up because I instructed everyone in the house to clean it up before I get home.
Okay.
And the fire extinguisher, we do have one. We made sure that we purchased one when we bought the house.
Before this event.
I don't remember if it was out, because this is my thought process. Usually when Addie gets something out, it never goes back.
Okay.
I don't remember when I got home if it was still sitting out or not, which would have been the telltale sign.
Right.
So that's, in fairness, I have no idea here. I don't know if Addie would have thought to grab a fire extinguisher, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Okay.
On fire. I don't know if that's something she would do. So I'm going to say, though, fire extinguisher. However, I don't know the answer,
Okay.
and I'm not sure if that's even right.
So I was gonna say fire extinguisher because I would hope I'll give you more credit than your husband.
Thank you.
I-
This is why you're my favorite.
Okay. I better not be wrong. I'm also going to say fire extinguisher just because, being in the world of firefighting, that you would think most 99, if not 100% of people wouldn't, A, call their husband first, and B, I think your go-to would be get the fire extinguisher. And I think too, based on what you said, that you remember Colby throwing stuff out the door.
Yeah, I remember Addie throwing stuff out the door.
Colby's been on the podcast,
and
by the way.
and there was still melted stuff there that they salvaged that was still in on the table next to the window. I don't know what else you would have thrown outside besides the curtain rod and the curtain.
Sure.
Did we throw that outside? No, that's what I put out. We threw the basket of memories out the door. That's what Colby threw out the door. Well, you can't guess again. I've already given it away.
Yeah, as I say, I have. Well,
So what's the answer?
you had so
Fire extinguisher.
fire extinguisher.
I
Was it,
didn't
so we were
use
both
it. I
correct.
just got it out to put on the table so I looked like a better wife when you came home and weren't so mad.
Okay, so we all have 1 point.
We do. But this is new.
I called you way later.
This is new developments, though.
Okay.
I assumed that the curtain that was on fire, right, was taken off the curtain hangers and threw outside.
No, I put the fire out with the towel. I kept whacking it.
See, this is new to me. This is new.
I
to me.
know how to put a fire out, and I didn't want to ruin our walls with a fire extinguisher. You're welcome. I listened a little bit.
So Colby didn't throw anything outside.
No, he threw our memory basket that was on fire out too. That was all burned up. He saved my pictures. He knew I cared less about the house and more about the pictures.
That's no.
Because that's what I cared about. You didn't. He
Can-
saved the memories we can't get back.
Conversation for a later time at dinner tonight.
Insurance would have took care of the rest.
No, they don't.
Oh.
Insurance is for accidents. You know, that's an
That was an
That's an
accident.
accident. But when you a truthful accident of playing with fire indoors,
Parents' insurance might have covered it,
with,
not yours.
with hand sanitizer, insurance companies usually frown upon.
He didn't mix them. He had them too close.
Oh, I know. I'm well aware of what happened.
He couldn't think that.
Did
through.
they mix?
I'm just saying.
No, the hand sanitizer bottle literally got so hot because it was by the fire pit, it exploded. And then when it exploded, the flames and everything
I
went
feel
up.
like that's mixing on for all intents and purposes.
I mean, yes, but he didn't, like, pour it in.
Dinner conversation. If you want outtakes, maybe TikTok
No.
would have these.
Send your
We do not.
everybody, maybe, I don't know, out of our 20 viewers, if anybody has a law degree, tell us who's liable.
Definitely the homeowner at that point.
But at the end of the day, our pictures were saved, and we could have never got those back because that was, like, old-time pictures.
Because
Like,
priorities.
not Facebook.
Yeah, 'cause,
they were
you know,
priorities. We could have came in
House.
with you, Steven.
That's, yes, there's totally room in
He
my
has a
apartment.
couch.
And $10 pictures.
I do have a couch.
Memories last a lifetime. Go ahead, please.
Okay, all right. So interestingly enough, mine also involves
Fire.
kind of fire. Yeah.
Is your mom going to
to an
learn something
extent.
new about her children?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, it's not exciting.
No. If we do more than one story, she might. Actually, no. I told her about that. Okay. So
I want to know.
we were camping as we do. I hope my granddad doesn't mind me telling this story. I don't think it would. I don't think it would
Does your
based on
granddad
how
watch
it ended.
this?
Oh yeah. No, we actually watched last
Oh, no.
episode.
Okay,
last week.
just don't tell him.
Yeah. So we were camping, and this one night, my mom's laughing because I think she knows the story I'm going to tell, and
Ready
so
for this, then.
we were building a fire in the evening, as you do when you're camping. This is RV camping for the purists. Okay, not technically camping. It's just
Don't go tent camping with
He
Steve.
Don't
glamps
camping.
wherever he goes.
that's
he never
right. I
camps.
bring my queen size hair mattress.
The
and
3-level.
And box fan, a brand new box fan from Walmart.
at least 2 box fans. If I don't bring one with me, we will be making a Walmart run.
Yes,
Because
we will.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
no, it's accurate. Okay, so that night we were making the fire, and my grandpa was attempting to light a very big fire, and he was pouring a bunch of lighter fluid on or maybe it was gas. I'm not 100% sure. It was gasoline. Okay, so he's pouring diesel. Something. Yeah, diesel. My mom's
She's
birthday.
back
It is
there.
Diesel.
Let me give you sign
This was years ago.
I give him more credit
Okay.
for gasoline, so
Okay.
diesel's fair.
Yeah, diesel. So he was pouring diesel on it, and I wouldn't. That was quite the noise from somebody's stomach.
That was mine. I want soup.
Okay, she needs soup.
My
All right,
baby's
so
hungry.
he's pouring it on there, and we were all saying, "Stop! Don't keep pouring it. There's so much on there. It's gonna poof, blow up." And he was like, "Oh, it's not gonna poof." Okay. Now, which of these 3 things happened? Okay, these 3 things happened just as he said. It's not gonna poof. Okay. The straightforward answer is that it poofed. That would be the comedic relief answer.
Okay.
That it just went whew, in his face. Okay. The second answer was that there was somebody walking by our campground who we did not know at all and was listening to our conversation and yelled the word in a very deep, gravelly voice, "Poof!" which freaked everybody out, causing him to stumble over and pour the entire thing of diesel into the fire,
Oh, that's not the story. That's funny.
and then it poofed.
Okay.
Okay? Or thunder struck right as he said it's not going to poof, and the thunder struck and it startled us. And at that scenario, it did not go poof.
Cool. Very, very different. One was too boring. Even if it's right, we're not going to go with it.
I agree. I agree.
Poof.
One is poof.
Poof.
I don't think it happened. Diesel fuel usually doesn't go poof. It can. But gasoline goes poof.
Okay.
Big poof because of the fumes.
Yes.
So I wouldn't say it's one. That's my
Why are you
thoughts.
looking at me?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you too that you said it wasn't one. It's
We're
too
not
boring.
a team.
I know.
Okay.
But I'm saying I'm reasoning with myself, and I also concur with you though that it's not
Okay.
one. Now between 2 and 3, I have no idea yet.
We'll pick one.
I like 2 because of I think it would be funny that someone walking by your campsite would yell that, and the stumbling and the dumping. I could see that happening.
So I can give you 2 pieces of information that may or may not help you decide between the 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Just tell
So
me.
this was Friendship Village Campground.
Oh, I
Okay,
love
so
it
it's
there.
open,
Yeah.
right? There are many people walking
Your
by.
neighbors are it. Yeah.
Okay. The other thing is that I don't think I've ever gone camping and it hasn't threatened to rain at least once.
That helped us none. We already discarded
I'm
one.
going with Thunder strictly because I think that I like that
I
scenario.
was going with Thunder.
Well, I said it.
We're
first.
both going
Okay.
with Thunder.
That's
Both
fine.
going with Thunder?
Yeah.
We were both incorrect. It
It's
was
2?
simple poof.
Oh, that's so boring.
It was simple.
It was simple poof. Now, to be fair, and I,
Took his
you know,
eyebrows off.
I think I can. So my grandfather did not have eyebrows for the for the next couple of.
Is this the same grandpa that I interact with?
Yes,
weekly?
you are. You
Is
know
this
my
Stone
grandfather.
Cold
You know-
grandfather?
Yes. This is
Okay.
yeah. This is my grandfather. And so yeah.
Does he have eyebrows now?
He does have eyebrows now.
You can get him tattooed on if he doesn't.
That's right.
It's a new
No,
fad.
this was like 12 years ago. So
Yeah.
12. No, actually, it was probably before 2010. So this is a very long time ago. So yeah, that's the story. I'm gonna pause and check the camera.
Break. You didn't say whatever you normally say.
Mark.
Check. the
Mark.
Mark. at the beginning.
Two.
I like when he says that. Mark. Down, sit.
You
Huh?
leaving? Okay. Bye. Yeah, it's good.
You can talk now.
Not like you snuck in.
Now we know.
Well, she did
Now
sneak in
we-
technically.
now
That
we
was why it
know.
was a problem.
Someone's opening the door to
By the
leave.
time I heard hello, I was like right here. That's why I just opened the door.
Yeah. We might just keep that whole thing in there.
I know, that was so great.
Now what you do is just make a poof on the camera when you.
Oh yeah, if I can edit.
Oh, poof.
Yes, and it was diesel fuel because it's not supposed to go poof.
Yes. I see.
Oh, see? It did throw us off.
When you both said it's not the poof, I was like, yes. All right, so I have 2. You guys both have 1, so it's still an even game. Do we want to continue? Let me check. I'm going to check again. What recording time we're at? We're at 24 minutes. So
I think it's a pretty lengthy episode.
I think
Yeah.
that's a good length. That makes the editing easier.
Yes.
Simple for you guys because you don't have to. You know,
I would
it's not like
encourage-
our watch time is above 10 minutes anyway.
So we said for a long time we want to increase a lot of things. So check our Facebook out. Has a link to our website. It's under another website, but there's a whole tab and page of us. So every episode that we've ever released is there. You can quickly just click the YouTube video and watch it, or you can visit our YouTube channel as well. The other thing that we're going to begin to do is TikToks as well. More or less clips from the episodes on TikTok, also with some outtakes from the cast. And we are, I think, very excited to reveal soon the
yes.
studio.
There's
The only thing you know of is the chairs.
chairs. Yep.
And the mic stands are new, and we have individual mics for every guest.
Yep.
And
That's
the host.
that's pretty much all we'll give you. We might take I have some ideas to do some like little sneak. We'll take care of that after. But yeah, we're excited. We're going to reveal the new studio, and then a couple of redesigned things as far as like graphics go and all that. So we have some new stuff. So it should be pretty cool. Stay tuned next week, because that'll be hopefully when all is revealed. And also we're gonna try to start posting on TikTok. If for some reason, I will say, we were supposed to have mini episodes out this week for the trivia. I'm going to guess that we're going to release them next week simply because of time to edit and all that sort of stuff. I might try to at least get one out this weekend. But if they're not out, they will be out at some point. They just will be on social media, probably not YouTube, based on how we're going to do the edits.
If you want to sponsor, let us know. Sponsor form's on the website. You can check it out.
We'll say good things about your business if you give us money.
Yeah, we will. And I was going to say something else. Oh, so in partial to the redesign of logos, set, etc., also comes with the opportunity for new guests. And so we have not ever really publicly solicited for guests. We've had a few individuals reach out and want to be guests. We kept the guests though to a very small circle of friends that we've almost all met at the exact same place.
For a variety of reasons, namely schedule's just easier to plan with for what we were doing at the time, and also we wanted to make sure it looked good if we were going to bring in community guests before, because our friends aren't going to care, you know what I mean? But we wanted to wait until we were kind of fully up and running before.
So a little shift in the way we do things. I mean, still finding topics all the time, still great guests and good conversations. I think just though a little bit more informational about more local things for.
This part's boring. If I was a viewer, I would have shut off by now.
For local community listeners, I know that the podcast isn't really listened to nationally, but a lot of our friends and family members listen to it, so more community-based feel to it. So we're excited for that. I am, because I think it's going to be a great way to highlight some of the things that are important to Western Maryland. So
agreed.
This is interrupting my soup time, so please say the slogan to get us out of here.
Addie says you're less important than soup viewers. And that's why she's Jillian Jr. host.
Yeah, not promoted yet.
I'm also the oldest here.
This is sad but true.
sad
but
true.
Fact, but very true.
On that note, as always, we don't have an intro. We'll see, or outro.
That's an exit.
Outro. We don't have an outro.
That's the new outro. Is
We don't have an intro.
as always, we don't have an outro. We'll see you later.